discuss in this class means about the production planning and control. And after that, we are going to see after planning and after there are two things: production planning, functions of production planning, and functions of production control. There are two things in the PPC. The shortcut we call it as an PPC: production planning and production control. Okay, today we will see what are the functions comes under the production planning and what are the functions comes under the production control. Okay, before going to that, let me give some introduction about this. This planned production is an important feature of the small industry. Of course, not only the small, of course, it is important for the large industry as well. And these planning and control involves generally the organization and planning of the manufacturing process. The whole organization will be involved in that, and the manufacturer process whole, it will be involved in this, right? And ultimately, the objective of this organization of the supply and the movement of the materials, labor, machines, utilization, and relative activities in order to bring about the desired manufacturing results in terms of quality, quantity, time, and place. So the ultimate objective of why we are going for this functions of planning and why we are going is this. Ultimately, we want to see the planned things are happened. In other words, what we have planned, what we have in our mind, ultimately how many products that we want to manufacture. In other words, how much quantity of the products or that we want to manufacture, and what kind of quality that we are expecting, and the time and the place, and by what time we want to manufacture the goods, and to which place we need to deliver the products. This is important aspects in the PPC. That is why, say, unless we plan, unless we go for planning in the beginning, we can't expect or we can't see the results. We can't see the results. We can't see the results in that. Right? Once we planned in such a way that what we have in our mind and what we want to see, definitely we can achieve in that. See, in this production planning and control, this before planning and before controlling is very important. Now, what is the ultimate objectives of the PPC? Why we are going, why we need to think about the production planning and production control? One is optimum utilization of the capacity. What are the things we have? It may be in terms of material, it may be in terms of men, or it may be in terms of machines, or whatever the resources, input things, whatever we are using, we want to use it optimally. Right? When we have something, we will try to use it optimally based on our capacity planning, based on our capacity. Actually, that capacity planning we already did in the previous class. Now, and another one is the inventory control. How much stock we need to have is the another thing. Right? And to control the inventory, we need to have that planning of the PPC. Economy in production time. In less time, we need to produce more products with high quality. And we will, of course, we will always ensure the quality. That is why we are going for this planning beforehand. Now, and to sum up, we may say that PPC is of immense value to the entrepreneur in capacity utilization and inventory control, right? See, this is to the entrepreneur in what are the things he have to utilize for that, and to control the stock, inventory control. In other words, for our understanding, the stock, how much stock we need to store, how much stock we need to have to utilize and to control it, we require this. And the important thing is that to improve his response time and the quality. As such, effective PPC contributes to time, quality, and cost parameters of the entrepreneurial success. Definitely, in this, when we go for planning of this, and finally, we will see, of course, in less time, we will see the good quality, quantity of the products with a good quality, and of course, the cost parameters also we can meet, and we can see the entrepreneurial success. It's not only for the entrepreneur, for every manufacturing unit, for every manufacturing who are doing in the manufacturing production of the process, it required it. Right. Let's go into the another part. Now, process of PPC. This image is very important. This, if you see this image, this PPC, production planning and control, is very easy. You need to remember the left side, what you can see on the screen or image is that functions of production planning, routing, scheduling, loading, and the right side, functions of production control, dispatching, follow-up, inspection, and the corrective measures. Corrective measures is missing here. Corrective measures you need to add here. Okay. This is it. Now, what is planning? Right? Can I go with bit interactive way? Can anyone tell what is planning means? Can I ask the question, or shall I go ahead?
So planning is nothing but collecting resources and estimating the goals, targets, and all. Accordingly, aligning the resources.
Okay, good. And any other answers? In a simple way, just leave about production planning. Just tell me what is planning means. Simple words, planning.
To do what business doing in future.
Okay. In other words, what we want to see in the future, we will try to estimate it. We will write it down now, right? In other words, the future course of action. The simple words, the management terms. Planning is the future course of action. In the future, what I am going to do is the planning. Right. Now, here in the production, thank you for both of you. Thank you both of you for answering. And the first person who answered, he's telling like what we have in that and what we think it is, we need to utilize it in the best way in the future. Right. What we want to do in the future. Right. For everywhere, in every, take any field, for every person in a life, in personal life, in family life, or in organizational way, in manufacturing, if you take any field, this planning is very important. Now, see this definition, good definition, defined as the technique of foreseeing every step in a long series of separate operations. See this? In other words, foreseeing what we want to do, right? Each step to be taken at the right time and in the right place, and each operation to be performed in maximum efficiency. This is the thing. In production planning, what we will do means here, every step what we are going to do, what I am going to do, I will do it in a long series of separate operations. And every step I want to see, I want to plan that half of my production process should be end by the month end of the July, some part. And by month end of August, I want to complete the 75% of the work. And the end of the September, I want to give the full product. See what I planned? See, now we are in, just now we enter into the month of July now, and we are in the 2nd July. Today is second or 1st July. Yeah, we are in the beginning of the month, and I'm talking about not July, not August, September, right? What I want to see in the September, now I am doing right now. This is important thing that we need to understand. Okay. Yeah. And just right. Sorry. Yeah. This each step to be taken at the right time. This is the thing. What I want to see that I will now all I will plan, and for the September, what I want to say I'm planning. See, this is the thing. Unless I plan today in the month of July beginning, I cannot see what I want at the end of the September. Right. This is the thing. And of course, another important thing is in the operations, each operation to be performed in the maximum efficiency. What is efficiency means? The input what I'm giving, I want to see the same amount of output. The quantity of the input what I'm putting in, it may be the machine, material, or the time, or whatever the skills that I'm investing as an input, I want to see as the same more of the output on that, right? Second thing, it helps entrepreneurs to work out the quantity of material, manpower, machine, and money requires for producing predetermined level of output in given period of time. Right, it will work out the quantity of the material, manpower, and requires for the thing. What I want, right? In other words, what I want as an output, I need to give it as an input. Unless if I do that, unless I plan for the quantity of the material, manpower, mission, all 4 M's, what we have seen in the, all the input 4 M's. Right, material, men, machine, money, right, and producing in the predetermined level of the output in a given period of time, which will help us to understand what is required in that. Now, second thing is the routing. Say after planning, the another important thing is that is routing. If you understand the meaning and the concept of this, we will clearly understand what it is. About each and every point. Now see this, under this, the operations, their path and sequence are established. This is the thing. Route means the sequence of the operations. How I want, say I have something in my mind, the bigger thing in my mind, and I will divide it into different kinds of operation, different stages. The sequence, I will do that. The route map, we call it as a route map, right? How I want to perform these operations. Yeah, it will be there. To perform these operations, the proper class of machines and personnel required are also worked out. The main aim of routing is to determine the best and the cheapest sequence of operation and to ensure that the sequence is strictly followed. This is the thing, right? And these operations for the proper class of machine personnel required also need to be worked out. How many missions are required, and after one mission work, what is the next mission to be performed, and for one mission how many people should be there, and for the next mission how many people should be there, and what is the sequence, and if I go in with this sequence, if this order, my ultimate product or ultimate output should be economical, or it should be the output will be the best. That I want to see, that setting a route, we need to understand this. In other words, setting the series of the operations or the sequence of the operations in a proper order. Now, routing procedure involves following different activities. An analysis of the article to determine what to make and what to buy. This is the thing. What to make and what to buy, it will. To determine the quality and type of material, also it will helpful for that. Now, determining the manufacturing operations and their sequence also will be established here. And to determination of the lot sizes in one lot, in one, go in one day or in whatever, based on the type of product, the lot means how many products you will produce in a certain time to determine. Now, determination of the scrap factors as well, the small factors, whatever the things I need to do, that it will happen in the routing. Next, third one is the scheduling. See, first one, I planned what I want to do. In other words, all the sequence, the operations are set. In the routing, I am, setting up the route map, what need to be done after what time. Let us say I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. First task, second, next one, second, third, fourth, fifth, one after the another. Now, in the scheduling, working out of time that should be required to perform each operation and also the time necessary to perform the entire series as routed, making allowances for all factors considered. Let us say I have 5 things in my planning. I came to know that 5 steps need to be done. Right. And how these 5 steps is the routing. First one, first thing, next one there, next one this is all 5 I set in that. Now there are 5 things for each task or in each operation, how much time it will take. Individual, and my example, there are 5 things. For first one, how much time? Second one, how much time? Third one, how much time? Fourth one, how much? Fifth one. Now altogether, how much time it will take? That is called the scheduling. Individual operations, understanding and evaluating the time for individual operations, and then an overall view also we need to understand. That is scheduling. Here we are talking about in shortcut. Yeah, this word is important. Time necessary to perform the entire series. Now, second one, it mainly concerns the time element and priorities of the job. This is how much time every job will take to complete, and what is the priority, which one need to be completed first. Now, the pattern of scheduling differs from one job to another. There will job means here operations or the task. Okay. Now, production schedule. The main aim is to schedule that amount of work which can easily be handled by plant and equipment without interference. Right. Now, it's not independent decision as it takes into account following factors. First one, physical facilities of the type required to process the material being scheduled. Second one, personal means here the individual or the person who possesses the desired skills and experience to generate an equipment and perform the type of the work. Right? That is the thing. Physical plant facilities and about the people who are working on each and every task. Now, planning is done. What is the second one?
Scheduling.
Very good. Scheduling. After scheduling. What is the first one? Planning. After planning, what we need to do that? Routing, right? Second one is routing. Third one, once the route map is set for each and every task, what you need to do is that the route is set. The path is set. Once the path is set, then for every task, we need to set the time for each and every task, how much time it will take. That is called schedule. Schedule means, obviously, we'll talk about the time, right? The scheduling. Now, fourth one is the loading. This is the execution of the schedule plan as per the route chalked out. It includes the assignment of the work to the operators at their machines or workplaces. This is the thing. Loading means it is not loading the material here. Remember that. It is loading means giving the task and asking them to do that. Right? And assignment of the work. I have planned something in my mind. In the schedule, in the routing, I have set the route 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how we need to be done. For every for one, how much time, for third, how much time, fourth, how much time, that is the scheduling. Time is done, we already admitted. Now time is set, machines are set, everything is set. Now start. In that start, what they will do? They will start doing the work. Mr. Roy and the team with this mission number ABC. You do the work. Starting. Work is loaded on me and work is loaded on the machines. It will start working. Now, loading determines who will do the work, as routing determines where, and scheduling determines when it shall be done. Is this clear, ma? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now, let's go into the another part. This is PPC control functions. What are control functions? Now, this one, planning, routing, scheduling, loading is done. Now we are going into the control function. What is this control? Process control is the process of planning production in advance of operations, establishing the exact routes of individuals, item part or assembly setting, starting and finishing for each important item, assembly or the finishing production, and releasing the necessary orders as well as initiating the necessary follow-up to have the smooth function of the enterprise. You will see in that first one is the dispatching, second one is the follow-up, third one is inspection, fourth one is corrective measures. What is dispatching? This is important. See, these words looks a bit familiar, but we need to understand the important core meaning of each and every point. Now, what is this dispatching? Dispatching involves issue of production orders for starting the operations. See, planning done, routing done, scheduling done. What is the last one? Scheduling and loading done.
Loading.
Yeah, loading means what we are loading. In other words, we are assigning the task. Roy should do this and on this particular mission. Done. That is done. Now, dispatching means, see the second line of the first point. Production orders for starting the operations. I will receive an order to start the operations. Right? For what? Movement of materials to different workstation. Hello, start giving. Mr. Roy and the XYZ mission wants this much of material. Dispatch to them. Movement of tools and fixtures necessary for each operation. For that particular task, I think for the team, Roy team, required these tools and fixtures, whatever it is required. And we will tell to begin the work, start the work, and record the time and cost involved in each operation. Mr. Roy and the team and the machines, whatever you're doing, record the time and the cost involved by end of your operation. Now, what else? Movement of work from one operation to another in accordance with the route sheet. Already we have no right. We have already set the route. One operation to the another in accordance with the route sheet, we need to go ahead. Now, inspecting or supervision of the work is the next task. That is called the dispatching. Dispatching means sending the materials or sending the orders to start the operation, sending the materials, sending the tools, and asking them to record the time and the cost, do that. Now, after sending, after telling them to execute the work, we need to follow up. What is follow up means? Follow up. Checking of the things, what really is happening or not. Every production program involves determination of the progress of work, removing the bottlenecks in the flow of work, and ensuring that the production operations are taking place in accordance with the plans. This is the thing. The meaning or the main aim of the follow-up is that if any problem is there in the overall flow of the work, are they going according to our plans or not? Checking that. It spots delays or deviations. Definitely, if you are following up whether it is happening or not, tell you how much time it is delaying, how many deviations are there. It helps to reveal defects in routing and scheduling, misunderstanding of orders and instruction, under loading or overloading of work, etc. If this point is not happening here, you have to regret at the end of the final result. It may not go as per your planning. You have planned, you have set the route, you have scheduled it, you have dispatched it. And if you fail to follow up that, many of the things will be delayed for longer time. That is follow-up. Next one is the inspection, is the mainly to ensure the quality of goods. It can be required as effective agency of production, the control. Inspection, we know that how the inspection will be. They will come and check whether the said quality and the quantity is being available in this particular college or not. It can be required as effective agency of production control. The last one, corrective measures. It involves those things. What we have set in the planning, after planning, set the routing. If routing is not good, adjust it. Rescheduling of work. If things are not going on, just call them back. Restart them. right? Changing the workloads, repairs, maintenance of machinery or equipment, to see the smooth functioning of planning and executing, and of course in the controlling. This is important. If these things are not happening, I don't think the employees who are in the organization will be happy. Control over inventories of the cause of deviation is the poor performance of the employees. Sorry, just all right. The deviation. If there is some deviation is there, other than what we have planned, and we will lose the control over the inventories. It may be low in the inventory or it may be too much of high in the inventory. Certain personal decisions like training, transfer, demotion, etc. may have to be taken sometimes based on the task, and alternate methods may be suggested to handle the peak loads based on this. Okay. This is about the production planning and production control. Can anyone tell without looking at the screen all the functions of planning, production planning, and functions of production control? 4 plus 5. Please try. Somebody please try.
Production of planning, sir.
Yeah.
First one is planning. Second one is routing. Third one is scheduling.
Wonderful.
Fourth one is loading. Then after production, coming to production controls. First one is dispatching.
Okay.
And second one is we have to follow that where to be dispatched the materials.
Follow up. Very nice. Follow up. Yes.
Yes. And third one is inspection. And at last we have to recheck the measures what we have taken
and repairs
until now.
Inventory,
Beautiful.
load balance.
Corrective measures.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you for your try. This is beautiful. This is anybody want to try before going into the another topic? Yes, no? Don't like it? Okay. All right. Now we are going into the another topic called the process technologies, or in other words, as per your if I go as per your syllabus, the topic name is, itself is that. Process technologies, that's what we generally call. And in your syllabus, it says like, that correct only. Planning and organizing operations. One in that, same thing, right? That we call it as a different process. See, till now, we have seen how to plan, how to route, how to schedule, how to dispatch, how to follow up, how to take the corrective measures, and etc. etc. Sir, you may ask, sir, what kind of process generally organizations will take? That's the question, right? That we call it as in production technologies, or there are different words that we will use actually. That also I will try to show you up. Some examples. Okay, I will tell you today briefly, the next 20 minutes. Tomorrow, we will see in a very detailed way. Okay, right. Because that is important in your the third module. Yeah, we know that this is the systematic production process, right? Where the inputs will be there, process will be there, and output will be there. And of course, in the continuous production process, the inventory quality and cost will be included. If you check the inventory cost and quality and the cost based on this decision, again you will give the input to the machines, and again you will process it, again you will give the output. Now in the production system, organization is that part of which produces products of an organization. It is that activity whereby the resources flowing within a defined system are combined and transformed in a controlled manner to add value in accordance with the policies communicated communicated by management. A simplified production system is shown. Now think, in this following characteristics, production is an organized activity. So every production system has an objective. The system transforms the various inputs into the outputs. Yeah, sorry, right? Now, see, in the production system, overall production system, this is very important image. Of course, there are few things are missing. Yeah, correct only, but let's try to see how can I go with this. Now, see, in the total production system, I'm just giving the overview. We have different 4 types of the varieties. Based on the classification of the production system, if you observe this, here see the graph. In the x-axis, we are able to see the job shop, batch, mass, and the projects. In the job shop, if you please observe, please look at the screen, everybody. The less variety, product variety will be there here. But the volume will be very less. See this. Here it is a volume. And when we go up means, if you are going up means the volume is also increasing. That is called batch production. And if it is going up, if the volume is also increasing up, again we call it as a mass production. And if it is going high, it's a big operations or big volume is going on, then we calling it as a projects. See this? It will start slowly with the job shop, then it will go with the batch production, then next one mass production, next one of the projects, right? This is what it is happening here. Now here in the next few minutes, we are going to see the basics of what is what. Please try to understand this very important topic, because almost like 2 units in your syllabus is covered with this. Listen to this. Jobs of production. Tomorrow we will see in a bit detailed way with some examples. Jobs of productions are characterized by manufacturing of one or few quantity of products designed and produced as per the specification of customers within the prefixed time and cost. You need to underline few words here. Job shop means, one or few quantity, very less quantity of the products will be designed and produced, means less number of quantities will be there based on the customer order. I ordered one product. Okay. I ordered one product, and that product which I ordered, I will just only manufacture it. That's it. I will give my specification. See this third line, as per the specifications. I want within a one month or 2 weeks or so, right? And the distinguishing feature of this is low volume and high variety of products. This is volume will be there. 1 or 2 pieces will be there. 1 or 3 pieces will be there. But different variety of the products I will order and I will do that. That is called the job shop production. What are the examples? Machine shop, which will be there, right? Which may make parts of local industrial machinery, farm machinery, and implements boats and the ships. Small things here we are talking about, right? There's a small things here we are making in this. Right? These are the examples. These are the examples, right? Which may make parts of local industrial machinery, farm machinery, and implements boats on the ship. What are the characteristics we have seen already? The first characteristic is that low volume. That means less number of products will produce. Use of general purpose machines. And this is also very important one. We are not going to use any high-end machineries, right? Just general purpose machineries and facilities we will use. And highly skilled operators who can take up each job as a challenge because of the uniqueness we will take, right? See, because we are taking the orders and as per the requirements, we are making the product. And when we are making as per the requirement, when we are making as per the specifications, definitely we require skilled operators. That means skilled workers we required. Fourth point, large inventory of materials, tools, and the parts may be there or may not be there. Last one is the detailed planning is essential for sequencing the requirements of each product, capacities for each work center, and order priorities. This is important. Yeah, this one. Detailed planning. If detailed planning is not there, you cannot get that particular product for the workplace or the priorities. What are the advantages? High expansion flexibility will be there. Machines are easily added or substituted. High production volume elasticity will be there due to small increments to produce capacity. And next one, low obsolescence. That means machines are typically multi-purpose. We can use it for different purposes. But one thing is that high production volume elasticity will be there. Slowly they can improve those particular volume, number of volume can be increased. Now, what are the limitations? Very hard scheduling due to high product variability and twisted production flow. See, the scheduling, when we are scheduling it, because of for the limited, for one product, again, we need to scheduling. And for if the another customer come with a new order, again, we need to disturb the full schedule, and due to that. This is why it is bit, this is twisted production flow will be there. Of course, low capacity utilization will be there. We no need to have a large places or capacity into the job production. Okay. And another important thing is that batch production. So this batch production is defined by APEX, American Production and Inventory Control Society. American Society, they form. See, the word the word batch means, can anyone give what batch means generally? A kind of allots. Say, till now, in my previous one, job shop, the production process, in the job shop production process, I am designing single product or less quantity things. Now, if the same person or someone asks me to go for increase this, right? The customer order, I want some customized product to give a gift for my birthday or someone's birthday, right? If I do so, what I will do, I will go for 30 products of this. I want to give it as a written gift for my birthday party. I want to have 100 products. That task is done. That's it. Okay, I ordered for 10 products. I like it and I go for another 50 products. And I won't always celebrate the birthday party, and I won't, my photo will be there or some kind of words I have written. One batch it will go. And I said the same thing with 3 different variants. And I told to my friends, and it is now, that model is accepted by the customers. But people want some other color. Red color in one batch, black color in one batch. Let us say the cars also we can see that, right? Red cars in one batch you produce and bright cars. But at one point of time it will slow. But compared to the job shop, batch production will have the better high volume actually, right? This is the thing, right? Next one, as a form of manufacturing in which the job passes through the function departments in lots or batches, and each lot may have a different routing. That is the thing. You cannot set the same route for everything. That is why we are calling it as a batch. It is characterized by the manufacture of a limited number of products produced at regular intervals and stocked awaiting sales. Right, regular intervals they may happen, and they will stock for as per the sales. Now, what is the example for this? The example is like it is the most common in bakeries and in manufacture of sports shoes, pharmaceutical inks, paints, and adhesives. Different models will be there for every product, and everybody cannot use the same kind of things, but it will go in a batches as per the batch. 1 kg cakes, 2 kg cake. And in that also different variations can be happened in that. What are the characteristics? There is a shorter production runs. It is not a longer thing, but there is a shorter production runs, and it can reduce initial capacity outlay, useful for small businesses who cannot afford to run continuous production lines, useful for a factory that makes seasonable items, products for which it is difficult to forecast demand. Right, for the factory that makes seasonable items, and like there is some natural ice cream is there. We know that, right? That brand. In summer, whatever the fruit is more available, that kind of flavor ice cream it will be available, natural. But there are some things which are always available, like coconut. Season and unseasoned, they can store and they can give that flavor. And sitafal, during that season only, we will see that sitafal flavor ice cream. No, this is the right. That's a batch. They will use this as a batch. This is called the batch production. What are the advantages? Better utilization of the plant and the machinery. See that cost per unit is lower as compared to the job order production. Lower investment in plant and machinery will be there. And there will be some limitations. Equipment must be stopped, reconfigured, and its output tested before the next batch can be produced. Right. Next one. Mass production. After the first one, job shop, and next one, batch. The third one is the mass production. What is happening in the mass production? Manufacture of discrete parts or assemblies using a continuous process are called mass production. This production system is justified by very large volume of production. This is important to understand. Large volume. Mass means large volume. All these machines are arranged in a line or product layout. In a good layout, in a fixed layout, in a nice way, all the machines are arranged, because we are not changing anything, we are not adding any specification, we are not doing anything. Because of that, continuously it will happen, and that is why these things are arranged in one single line or sometimes in a product layout. This product and process standardization exists, and all outputs follow the same path. Whatever the path is decided, whatever the route is set, however the schedule is set, maybe schedule may change, but the route, as per the route and as per planning, this will go continuously in the mass production. Now, what are the examples? Cars, continuous production. Guns, continuous. Fast food, an example for the mass production. Continuously it will be there. Airplanes, there's consolidated aircraft plant number 4 near Fort Worth, Texas during World War II. What are the characteristics? Standardization of product and process sequence. This is the thing. What is standardization means? Fixing the same process. In a one standard, in one way, in a one line, everything will go on happily and smoothly. Dedicated special purpose machines having higher production capacities and output rates. Special output, special purpose machines will have that. Large volume of products they can produce. Output of one operation become the input of the subsequent operation. That means here there are 4 machines are there or 4 operations are there. Whatever the output coming from the first operation, and let us say that I'm manufacturing some product. Okay, that output from that particular mission will be the input for the next mission, and it will be the input for the next. Like that, it will go on. Flow of materials, components, and past parts is continuous. Production planning and control is easy. Because why it is easy? Can anyone tell? Why it is easy when compared to the other types of production process? Are you understanding? Are you all listening, or just keep the phone aside and
No, sir.
Listening, sir.
you're listening? Good. Can you tell why this mass production is easy? Okay, because it's in standardized things. You always no need to do the alter the process. We no need to do the alter the missions, alter the things, because in a one way, in one go, continuously these things will be happen. That is the thing. Now, flow of materials can be done. Parts is continuous. Production planning and control is easy because of the continuous thing. Material handling can be completely automatic, because when things are going in the same way, if you visit any Coca-Cola company or any process, definitely you will see that continuous process happening there. Okay. Now, before going to the advantages and disadvantages, I will show. Okay, let's complete this. Then we'll go for the another one. We'll stop here. I will show a small video how this production process and continuously it will happen. Higher rate of production will be there. Higher capacity utilization due to line balancing. Less skilled operators are required. Manufacturing cost per unit will be low. Because why it is low again? Per unit cost will be low. Why it is low? Any answers if you are listening?
Because raw material cost is same for a large production.
No. Of course, maybe. Okay, right. What else? Any other answers? Why manufacturing cost per unit is low in this? Because see, high volume, right? When you are going for the high volume, and when you are ordering, as the previous person said, huge raw material, in a bulk you are ordering, and in a one go you are doing, and it's the same missions, and continuously if you set the total system in a proper order, the output will be more effective when we compare to the now limitations. Breakdown of one machine will stop an entire production line. This is the thing. If every production line depends on 5 machines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, suddenly fourth mission got fever, and some person has to come and give paracetamol. What will happen? All the other 1, 2, 3 plus 5 machine can't do the work unless it is healed. Line layout needs major changes in the product design. High investment in production facilities. This is very important. A lot of investment they need to do for the educational institutions. No, I mean to say educational institution means here all the production process. And the cycle time is determined by the slowest operation. This is also important. projects. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. I'll show you a small video now. Just to watch the video and enjoy. Okay, are you all there? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
sir.
are here.
Yeah, I'm showing one video, just how this process, continuous production will take place. Just a tomato, because these days we have tomato prices increased, right? That is why I'm just showing one video, which I like it. I showed many times to my students. I hope you understand what I'm trying to show here. Okay, anyone understood what I'm trying to show here? I'll stop here. Hello? No one is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, that is the automatic production process. I can show you a number of videos. Of course, you can also see that even fishing. In many areas, they started doing the automatic online, the production process. When they are continuously producing the same thing again and again, we call it as a mass production. And what is the previous one? Can anyone tell what are the 4 types of production process? Quickly. Last one is the mass. What is the previous one? Hello. I doubt whether you are listening or not. Yeah. Sangamitra. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, I didn't hear you. Tell me. First one, job shop. Second one?
Job shop, batch,
Job shop, batch.
and mass.
Okay.
And one more.
Okay. Actually, these are the 3, and these are the 3 important things. Tomorrow we will see the another type of production process called the project. Okay. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. I think we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Right. Bye. Can I end the class now? Can I leave now?
Okay,
Hello?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Bye. Have a nice day, everybody. Bye.